So let's take our first look at the ADW Profile Certified Facilitator Report. This report shows the entire profile in its most complete form. As we review the Certified Facilitator Report, you'll recognize the 9 families of the personality system along with each of the 40 aspects. You also get a peek at a few more incredible value points of the ADW profile. Let's take a look. So here you'll see that this ADW profile report provides scores as a percentile standing compared to the norm group. In case you were wondering, the ADW profile was normed on over 25,000 adults ages 16 to 80 living in North America. You'll learn more about norm groups in the bell curve and the psychometrics modules. The first page of the report displays an individual's scores on the first 5 families, the Big 5. As we move on to the next page, you will see that each of the Big 5 families are broken down into their corresponding aspects. You'll notice that there's a lot to take in here, and don't worry. By the time you're certified, you'll be a true pro. For now, you won't need to memorize anything, but we'd like to give you that first glance at this full ADW profile report. You'll see that the first 4 scales listed are the 4 aspects that make up Family 1, or the openness family. Remember the page before, that shows the overall score for the openness family. This page breaks that down into the 4 aspects. As we move through the first 5 families, we see that each family is broken down into the corresponding aspects that are related to this family. This gives you, the facilitator, rich detail about a person's specific traits, patterns, and tendencies. That's level 2 of the situational identity model. As we move beyond the first 5 families, we arrive at the 6th, the self-concept family. Now, the astute observer will recognize that there is no overall score for the self-concept family. This is because self-concept is distinctly multifaceted and no one simply has an overall concept of oneself. In fact, only the first 5 families, the Big 5, have overall scores. The rest of the families, as you will undoubtedly see at play in your future consulting work, are actually more complex and multidimensional than the Big 5. But make no mistake, all of the information in the ADW profile is valuable and important. So below the self-concept family are the psychological values. For now, we'd like you to see the power in person. The more one's standard score is to the right, the more that person needs that value in order for them to feel secure. The more one's standard score is to the left, the less that person is naturally inclined to provide that value to others. Let that sink in a minute. Differences on the psychological values are the source of all persistent relationship issues. This includes all forms of relationships, personal, familial, professional, collegial. While we're on the topic of relationships, let's move on to the 8th family. We'll see you over there in a minute.